hidden in a drawer. You were standing by the car, smiling like before. You looked younger than I am, standing here today. I never knew how much you carried without a word to say. Back then I thought you knew every road and every answer. Now I know you must have wondered, just like I do. I understand you now more than I did then. How you kept the whole world turning with those tired hands. I understand you now after all these years. Love was in the quiet things I finally learned to hear. Now my children look at me the way I looked at you, thinking I can fix the rain and make their skies turn blue. Sometimes I hear your voice in mine when I tell them they'll be fine. And for a little moment, your heart is here in mine. There were words I never said, there were things I couldn't see, but everything you gave us is still alive in me. I understand you now, and I hope somehow you know every road you walked before me helped me find my own. I understand you now, and there's one thing I can do: give the love you gave to me to those I'm leading through. Some love never disappears, it simply carries on. There was always one small light waiting down the hall. Even when I came home late, you never asked at all. You would turn and look at me with supper kept aside. I thought every home was like that when I was still a child. Years went by before I knew what waiting really meant. Love was never in the words, but in the time you spent. You were waiting in the kitchen when the whole house had gone still, keeping one small light beside you by the quiet windowsill. Now I wait for someone too, and suddenly I see every night you stayed awake was another way to love me. Now I hear the front door late and footsteps in the room. Someone says, "I'm home, don't worry." And I think of you. I leave something warm to eat and keep the hallway bright. Funny how the love we grow up with comes back into our lives. If I could sit with you again, I'd stay 1,000 changing days, and the love I barely noticed never really went away. Now that same light shines again for someone dear to me. What you gave without explaining became a part of me. Tonight I'll leave the light on just the way you did for me. We found a picture yesterday from 19 years ago. You laughed about my foolish hair, I laughed at all your clothes. We were standing close together with the future in our eyes, never knowing how much living would be waiting down the line. Time has changed the way we look, but not the way I know you. I can read 1,000 stories in one smile. You're still beside me after everything we've known. Through the crowded years behind us, we somehow made a home. You're still beside me, and when you reach for my hand, I don't miss the days when we were young. I love the place where we now stand. There were nights we barely spoke, and days that felt too long. There were dreams we had to change, and times we both were wrong. Still we woke up every morning and chose another day. Maybe that's what lasting love is, in its quiet kind of way. We don't need to turn back time or be who we were then. I'd choose the person here beside me all over again. Beside me with a little silver showing, and I love the life behind your eyes more than you could know. You're still beside me, and there's somewhere left to go. So take my hand and walk with me. We'll take tomorrow slow. We change together. That's the part I love. Your room is quiet in the morning, no shoes beside the door, no music coming through the wall, no jacket on the floor. I used to ask for quiet days when everybody stayed. Now I miss the little sounds that filled this place. I knew that you would find your road, I always hoped you would. Still nobody ever tells you how quiet growing up can sound. Your room is quiet now, but my heart is full somehow. Every little year we shared is living with me now. about the smallest things and laugh the way we do. The distance feels much shorter when I'm listening to you. Love was never meant to hold the ones we helped to grow. Sometimes loving someone deeply means learning to let go. Your room is quiet now, but I don't feel alone. You carried all our years with you when you made your own home. Go and chase your mornings, there are skies you've yet to see. And whenever you need somewhere, you'll always come home to me. An empty room can still be full of love. I almost walked right past you in that little downtown place. Then you called my old nickname, and I knew that laughing face. We stood there for a second, not knowing where to start. Then 30 years went missing somewhere between our laughs. You told me about your children, I told you about mine. But soon we talked like school was out on a summer afternoon. We were 18 for an afternoon, laughing like the years were gone, talking about the foolish dreams we thought we'd build upon. We were 18 for an afternoon, with older eyes and younger hearts. Some friendships wait through silent years and pick up where they start. We remembered names in classrooms, the corner where we'd meet, the songs we played too loudly, walking home along the street. Some dreams came true, some disappeared, some took another road. But looking at an old friend made the years feel kind somehow. Before we left, you said to me, don't wait another 30 years. So we chose a day to meet again and wrote it down right there. We were 18 for an afternoon, but tomorrow feels brand new. There are still some roads worth traveling and stories left to do. We were 18 for an afternoon, and maybe that's enough to know the years can change our lives without changing all our love. See you soon, old friend. This time we mean it. I still remember Friday, my first paycheck in my hand. I counted every dollar like a rich and lucky man. I walked around the city, wondering what I ought to buy. Then I saw my mother's old coat and my father's weary eyes. I didn't have much money, but I had something to give. For the first time in my young life, I knew what grown-up meant. That first little paycheck felt bigger than the world. A gift from Mom, a gift for Dad. From their once small boy, now my own child calls me with a proud voice on the phone, saying I got paid today, and suddenly I'm home. I hear myself say, save it, you don't have to spend on me. But deep inside I'm smiling at the way life comes around. Yesterday I was the child standing proudly at their door. Today I hear that same excitement from the child that I adore. Years can turn so quietly, we hardly see them go, until a moment comes along and shows us how we've grown. That first little paycheck was never just the pay. It was love changing hands from one life to another day. Now another generation stands where I once stood, and I finally understand why my parents smiled so much. Some moments come around again in someone else's hands. Do you remember that small place with the window by the stairs? We had two mismatched coffee cups and hardly any chairs. The heater made a funny sound, the ceiling leaked in rain. But somehow every evening I couldn't wait to come home again. We didn't own much of anything, but we had time to spare, and every little room felt warm because you were there. Our little house, our little life, two young hearts learning how to get things right. We had empty pockets and 1,000 dreams to choose. Funny how we had so little and nothing left to lose. We pass that street sometimes now, though everything has changed. The corner shop is gone today, the houses have new names. I look at you beside me, and for a moment I can see the two of us with nowhere much except where we would be. We spent our lives collecting things we thought we'd someday need, but the best thing in that little house was always you and me. Our little house, our little start. We built something bigger than those four small walls. And if I had with you. We didn't know it then. We already had enough. I found a faded notebook at the bottom of a drawer. Names and numbers written down from 30 years before. I turned another yellow page, and there your name appeared. For a moment all the distance felt like it disappeared. I wondered where life took you, and if you'd think of me. Then I found a way to reach you and waited nervously. Then I heard your voice say it's been a long, long time. And suddenly those missing years were nowhere we could find. We laughed about the old days and the people we once knew. Some friendships don't grow older, they just wait for me and you. You told me about your family, I told you about mine. We talked until the evening without noticing the time. There were so many stories we never got to share, but hearing you still laugh the same made every year feel near. Maybe life gets busy and good friends lose their way, but a door that's been closed for years can open in a day. I heard your voice and the years just fell away. We can't return to yesterday, but we can start today. So keep my number with you, I promise I'll keep yours. We've still got time for friendship and a few more open doors. This time we won't wait so long. Your backpack looked too big for you that morning at the gate. You held my hand so tightly and whispered, "Can you wait?" I smiled and said, "You'll be alright," though I was nervous too. Then slowly you let go of me and walked where children do. You turned around one final time, I waved and watched you go. I didn't know that letting go was something love must know. I let your little hand go so you could find your way. One small step across that gate became the life you made. And every time you walked ahead, I learned to stay behind. Not because I loved you less, but because your dreams were yours to find. Now you're standing taller with days go by before I hear you on the phone. But when you tell me what you're planning, I can hear that child somehow. The one who held my hand so tight is finding their own way now. A parent's heart keeps learning what it means to truly care. Sometimes love is holding close, sometimes it's simply being there. I let your little hand go and watched you find your way. Now I see the person you were growing into every day. Go wherever life may call you. There are roads I cannot see, and if you ever turn around, you'll always find me here. I let your hand go, but never your heart. It came across the radio on an ordinary day. Just a few familiar notes, and the years all slipped away. I saw the crowded summer streets, my friends beside my side. We thought the world was waiting just beyond the Friday night. We had no way of knowing where those roads would lead, but every dream felt possible, and every heart was free. When that old song played, I was young again, laughing with the people I called my closest friends. When that old song played, the years could not erase the boy I used to be, was smiling through my face. I thought about the first love I thought would never end, the promises we whispered, and the places we had been. Some people stayed beside me, some went another way, but every one of them belongs to who I am today. I wouldn't trade the life I have to turn the years around. could look back like an old and grateful friend. There are songs still left to sing, and roads I've never known. The young heart that I had back then has never really gone. Turn it up a little, I'm still listening. I came home tired one evening with nothing much to say. You saw it in my eyes and let the silence stay. You placed a cup beside me, then quietly took your chair. You never asked for answers, you simply stayed right there. When we were young, I thought that love was something grand and bright. Now I know it sometimes means just sitting close at night. You were the one who stayed when words were hard to find, the one who knew my heart before I knew through every changing season, through every winding road. You made the heavy days a little easier to hold. We've had our share of hard times, we've said things we regret, but every morning somehow we chose each other yet. And now I know your footsteps, your laughter and your sighs. I know when you need comfort just by looking in your eyes. Maybe love grows quieter the longer that it stays, but quiet doesn't mean it's gone. It only learns new ways. You are the one who stayed, and I would choose you still. Through all the years behind us, and all the years we will, we don't need grand promises or words we've said before. Just sit a little closer, that's all I'm asking for. After all these years, you're still my safest place. Held your hand this morning and noticed something new. The hand that once seemed strong and wide felt smaller than I knew. I thought about the childhood days when crossing every street, you held my little fingers and matched your steps to me. I never thought the years would turn and bring us here someday. Now I slow my footsteps down and walk with you this way. Put your hand in mine, I'll walk a little slow. There's nowhere we must hurry, there's nowhere we must go. You held me through my first steps, now let me walk with you. There's still so much love to give and time to give it to. You tell the same old stories I've heard 100 times, but now I listen longer and treasure every line. Sometimes you call me by the name you used when I was small, and for a little moment I'm your child again after all. All the love you gave me I could never count or name, but while we have these days together I'll give it back again. Put your hand in mine, we'll take the longer way. We'll stop beneath the trees and talk about the day. You don't have to lead me now, I've learned the road from you. And while we still can walk together, I'll stay right here with you. Once you held my hand, now I hold yours. I found an old photograph hidden in a drawer. You were standing by the car, smiling like before. You looked younger than I am, standing here today. I never knew how much you carried without a word to say. Back then I thought you knew every road and every answer. Now I know you must have wondered, just like I do. I understand you now, more than I did then. How you kept the whole world turning with those tired hands. I understand you now, after all these years. Love was in the quiet things I finally learned to hear. Now my children look at me the way I looked at you, thinking I can fix the rain and make their skies turn blue. Sometimes I hear your voice in mine when I tell them they'll be fine. And for a little moment, your heart is here in mine. There were words I never said, there were things I couldn't see, but everything you gave us is still alive in me. I understand you now, and I hope somehow you know every road you walked before me helped me find my own. I understand you now, and there's one thing I gave to me, to those I'm leading through. Some love never disappears, it simply carries on. There was always one small light waiting down the hall. Even when I came home late, you never asked at all. You would turn and look at me with supper kept aside. I thought every home was like that when I was still a child. Years went by before I knew what waiting really meant. Love was never in the words, but in the time you spent. You were waiting in the kitchen when the whole house had gone still, keeping one small light beside you by the quiet windowsill. Now I wait for someone too, and suddenly I see every night you stayed awake was another way to love me. Now I hear the front door late and footsteps in the room. Someone says, "I'm home, don't worry." And I think of you. I leave something warm to eat and keep the hallway bright. Funny how the love we grow up with comes back into our lives. If I could sit with you again, I'd stay a little while. I'd thank you for those ordinary nights I never thought to count. You were waiting in the kitchen through 1,000 changing days, and the love I barely noticed never really went away. Now that same light shines again for someone dear to me. What you gave without explaining became a part of me. Tonight I'll leave the light on just the way you did for me. We found a picture yesterday from 19 years ago. You laughed about my foolish hair, I laughed at all your clothes. We were standing close together with the future in our eyes, never knowing how much living would be waiting down the line. Time has changed the way we look, but not the way I know you. I can read 1,000 stories in one smile. You're still beside me after everything we've known. Through the crowded years behind us, we somehow made a home. You're still beside me, and when you reach for my hand, I don't miss the days when we were young. I love the place where we now stand. There were nights we barely spoke, and days that felt too long. There were dreams we had to change, and times we both were wrong. Still we woke up every morning and chose another day. Maybe that's what lasting love is, in its quiet kind of way. We don't need to turn back time or be who we were then. I'd choose the person here beside me all over again. Beside me with a little silver showing, and I love the life behind your eyes more than you could know. You're still beside me, and there's somewhere left to go. So take my hand and walk with me. We'll take tomorrow slow. We change together. That's the part I love. Your room is quiet in the morning. No shoes beside the door. No music coming through the wall. No jacket on the floor. I used to ask for quiet days when everybody stayed. Now I miss the little sounds that fill this place. I knew that you would find your road. I always hoped you would. Still nobody ever tells you how quiet growing up can sound. Your room is quiet now, but my heart is full somehow. Every little year we shared is living with me now. Go and find your morning. Go and build a life that's true. This home will keep a light for you whenever you come through. Then one evening my phone rings and your name lights the screen. You say I just called to hear your voice, like when you were 17. We talk about the smallest things and laugh the way we do. The distance feels much shorter when I'm listening to you. Love was never meant to hold the ones we helped to grow. Sometimes loving someone deeply means learning to let go. Your room is quiet now, but I don't feel alone. You carried all our years with you when you made your own home. Go and chase your mornings. There are skies you've yet to see. And whenever you need somewhere, you'll always come home to me. An empty room can still be full of love. called my old nickname, and I knew that laughing face. We stood there for a second, not knowing where to start. Then 30 years went missing somewhere between our laughs. You told me about your children, I told you about mine. But soon we talked like school was out on a summer afternoon. We were 18 for an afternoon, laughing like the years were gone, talking about the foolish dreams we thought we'd build upon. We were 18 for an afternoon, with older eyes and younger hearts. Some friendships wait through silent years and pick up where they start. We remembered names in classrooms, the corner where we'd meet, the songs we played too loudly, walking home along the street. Some dreams came true, some disappeared, some took another road. But looking at an old friend made the years feel kind somehow. Before we left, you said to me, don't wait another 30 years. So we chose a day to meet again and wrote it down right there. We were 18 for an afternoon, but tomorrow feels brand new. There are still some roads worth traveling and stories left to do. We were 18 for an afternoon, and maybe that's enough to know the years can change our lives without changing all our love. See you soon, old friend. This time we mean it. I still remember Friday, my first paycheck in my hand. I counted every dollar like a rich and lucky man. I walked around the city wondering what I ought to buy. Then I saw my mother's old coat and my father's weary eyes. I didn't have much money, but I had something to give. For the first time in my young life, I knew what grown-up meant. That first little paycheck felt bigger than the world. A gift for mom, a gift for dad. From their once small boy, now my own child calls me with a proud voice on the phone, saying I got paid today, and suddenly I'm home. I hear myself say, save it, you don't have to spend on me. But deep inside I'm smiling at the way life comes around. Yesterday I was the child standing proudly at their door. Today I hear that same excitement from the child that I adore. Years can turn so quietly, we hardly see them go, until a moment comes along and shows us how we've grown. That first little paycheck was never just the pay. It was love changing hands from one life to another day. Now another generation again in someone else's hands. Do you remember that small place with the window by the stairs? We had two mismatched coffee cups and hardly any chairs. The heater made a funny sound, the ceiling leaked in rain, but somehow every evening I couldn't wait to come home again. We didn't know much of anything, but we had time to spare, and every little room felt warm because you were there. Our little house, our little life, two young hearts learning how to get things right. We had empty pockets and 1,000 dreams to choose. Funny how we had so little and nothing left to lose. We pass that street sometimes now, though everything has changed. The corner shop is gone today, the houses have new names. I look at you beside me, and for a moment I can see the two of us with nowhere much except where we would be. We spent our lives collecting things we thought we'd someday need, but the best thing in that little house was always you and me. Our little house, our little start. We built something bigger than those four small walls. And if I had to start again with nothing but the truth, I'd take that little house once more, if I could share it with you. We didn't know it then, we already had enough. I found a faded notebook at the bottom of a drawer, names and numbers written down from 30 years before. I turned another yellow page, and there your name appeared. For a moment all the distance felt like it disappeared. I wondered where life took you, and if you'd think of me. Then I found a way to reach you and waited nervously. Then I heard your voice say it's been a long, long time. And suddenly those missing years were nowhere we could find. We laughed about the old days and the people we once knew. Some friendships don't grow older, they just wait for me and you. You told me about your family, I told you about mine. We talked until the evening without noticing the time. There were so many stories we never got to share, but hearing you still laugh the same made every year feel near. Maybe life gets busy and good friends lose their way, but a door that's been closed for years can open in a day. I heard your voice and the years just fell away. We can't return to yesterday, but we can start today. So keep my number with you, I promise I'll keep yours. We've still got time for friendship and a few more open doors. This time we won't wait so long. Your backpack looked too big for you that morning at the gate. You held my hand so tightly and whispered, "Can you wait?" I smiled and said, "You'll be alright," though I was nervous too. Then slowly you let go of me and walked where children do. You turned around one final time, I waved and watched you go. I didn't know that letting go was something love must know. I let your little hand go so you could find your way. One small step across that gate became the life you made. And every time you walked ahead, I learned to stay behind. Not because I loved you less, but because your dreams were yours to find. Now you're standing taller with a life that's all your own. Sometimes days go by before I hear you on the phone, but when you tell me what you're planning, I can hear that child somehow. The one who held my hand so tight is finding their own way now. A parent's heart keeps learning what it means to truly care. Sometimes love is holding close, sometimes it's simply being there. I let your little hand go and watched you find your way. Now I see the person you were growing into every day. Go wherever life may call you, there are roads I cannot see, and if you ever turn around, you'll always slipped away. I saw the crowded summer streets, my friends beside my side. We thought the world was waiting just beyond the Friday night. We had no way of knowing where those roads would lead, but every dream felt possible, and every heart was free. When that old song played, I was young again, laughing with the people I called my closest friends. When that old song played, the years could not erase the boy I used to be, smiling through my face. I thought about the first love I thought would never end, the promises we whispered, and the places we had been. Some people stayed beside me, some went another way, but every one of them belongs to who I am today. I wouldn't trade the life I have to turn the years around, but it's nice to meet my younger self whenever I hear that sound. When that old song played, I was young again, but this time I could look back like an old and grateful friend. There are songs still left to sing, and roads I've never known. The young heart that I had back then has never really gone. Turn it up a little, I'm still listening. I came home tired one evening with nothing much to say. You saw it in my eyes and let the silence stay. You placed a cup beside me, then quietly took your chair. You never asked for answers, you simply stayed right there. When we were young, I thought that love was something grand and bright. Now I know it sometimes means just sitting close at night. You were the one who stayed when words were hard to find, the one who knew my heart before I knew my mind. Through every changing season, through every winding road, you made the heavy days a little easier to hold. We've had our share of hard times, we've said things we regret, but every morning somehow we chose each other yet. And now I know your footsteps, your laughter and your sighs. I know when you need comfort just by looking in your eyes. Maybe love grows quieter the longer that it stays, but quiet doesn't mean it's gone. It only learns new ways. You are the one who stayed, and I would choose you still. Through all the years behind us, and all the years we will, we don't need grand promises or words we've said before. Just sit a little closer, that's all I'm asking for. After all these years, you're still my safest place. Held your hand this morning and noticed something new. The hand that once seemed strong and wide felt smaller than I knew. I thought about the childhood days when crossing every street, you held my little fingers and matched your steps to me. I never thought the years would turn and bring us here someday. Now I slow my footsteps down and walk with you this way. Put your hand in mine, I'll walk a little slow. There's nowhere we must hurry, there's nowhere we must go. You held me through my first steps, now let me walk with you. There's still so much love to give and time to give it to. You tell the same old stories I've heard 100 times, but now I listen longer and treasure every line. Sometimes you call me by the name you used when I was small, and for a little moment I'm your child again after all. All the love you gave me I could never count or name, but while we have these days together, I'll give it back again. Put your hand in mine, we'll take the longer way. We'll stop beneath the trees and talk about the day. You don't have to lead me now, I've learned the road from you. And while we still can walk together, I'll stay right here with you. Once